something here now. Alright, something like this now. Can you hear this? Very simple. Now this is sol, la, do, re, mi, sol, la, do, la. It's different from what I do. Hello viewers, you're all welcome to my channel. I am Jadsax, the saxophone instructor here in this channel. And today I'm going to be teaching on a very important topic, how to improve on your saxophone tone. This is very important to all saxophonists. This is very important for us to discuss because this is one of the things that make you to stand out as a good saxophonist. So you'll not be wondering out there, why would another saxophonist be preferred to you? Okay, so we're going to discuss about this today. And now, here are some basic things you need to consider. Your long tone. Yes, it's very important. As simple as you think it is very important for you to consider while playing the song. And of course, the effect of your vibrato. And most importantly, we are going to talk about articulation. Yes, this is very important. So you will know when to tongue a note and when not to. Alright? Now, when I'm talking about your long tone, this is what I'm saying about your long tone, like this now. This is quite different from me doing circular braiding. Now, practice this consistently. Alright? And the effect of your vibrato that I was talking about, something like this. Right? This is quite different from what I played before. Okay? Now, this was the long tone and the vibrato. Alright, I will drop the links to these particular two things that I just talked about, the long tone and the vibrato, in the description box. Our main focus today is going to be strictly on articulation, right? Just like I said, articulation tells us when you actually need to tongue a note and when not to tongue a note, as that will make you to sound distinctively. We're going to first consider the major scale. How do you play your major scale? Okay, it is very easy for you to say you are playing your do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. In an unarticulated way, you have it like this. Right, mind you, I'm playing on the key of C, right? So you have it like. Now, to articulate this same note, this is what I'm going to play. I will play legato, staccato, legato, staccato, legato, staccato, legato, staccato. Alright? I have 8 notes to play here, so I'm going to divide them evenly by playing legato, staccato, legato, staccato, legato, staccato, legato, staccato. This is me ascending now. Alright? Now this is what I'm going to have. Quite different from when I was doing. Okay, this is going to be sounding now like. And to descend now, I will play staccato, legato, staccato, legato, staccato, legato, staccato, legato. Remember when I was ascending, it was legato, staccato, legato, staccato. But now that I'm descending, it will not be played as staccato, legato, staccato, legato, staccato, legato. So I'll have it like. It's different from when I do. Okay? It's different from. Okay? This is where you are starting your articulation journey from. And from there, you can now proceed to work on your permutation exercises. Not as you used to play before, but as to the rule I'm about to state now. Now, when you have a group of notes, what you are going to consider to do is to tone the note with the highest pitch. Alright? you are going to tone the note with the highest pitch. Take for instance, if I'm working on a linear approach to three grouping patterns now, where I will have do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. So what I'm going to do is to tone the note with the highest pitch in each set of the groupings. Alright? Things like do, re, mi now, I'll tone the mi because mi has the highest pitch. Re, mi, fa, I'll tone the fa because fa has the highest pitch. Right? Then mi, fa, sol, I'll tone the sol because sol has the highest pitch, regardless of their position. Now I said regardless of their position because it can come up in different patterns where the note that happens to be the highest pitch now, which appears to be at the last position, can come up to be in the first position or in the middle position. So if I'm to play this now, this is how it's going to sound. Okay. Now something happened here. While I was going, it was at the last part, and when I'm coming down, it happens to fall on the first part. Alright? Because when I'm doing do, ti, la, do happens to be the note with the highest pitch. So the stress now is on the first position. So I have like, okay, ti, la, so again, ti happens to be the note with the highest pitch. Alright? And now la, so, fa. Okay, so, fa, mi, so. Okay, fa, mi, re. Okay, mi, re, do. So I'll now have like, so what if I choose to work this out now on the 3-2-1 pattern? For those of you who have not watched my tutorial on permutations, I'm still going to drop the link on the description box so it will help you. Okay, now what you're going to do on the 3-2-1 pattern is going to sound like this: mi, re, do, fa, mi, re, so, fa, mi, la, so, fa, ti, la, so, do, ti, la, ti, do, so, la, ti, fa, so, la, mi, fa, so, re, mi, fa, do, re, mi. Ordinarily, this is how you play. But because you are articulating, you'll be sounding like. Alright? It's different from when I do. Can you hear that? Can you hear something here now? Now something happened here. This is me working on a phrase at this particular point, and I do not just play the notes. For instance, now let's say I have something like this is do, ti, la, so, fa, mi, re, do, ti, do, re, mi, fa, so, la, ti, do, re, do, ti, la, so, fa, mi, re, do, re, mi. I'm not going to just play it like. No, it will not sound well. But instead, I'll play like this. Now, this is what I'm going to do first. I will just do. Right? Something like this now. Can you hear this? Very simple. Now, this is sol, la, do, re, mi, sol, la, do, la. It's different from when I do. Alright? Is it? Is it not the same thing? Sol, la, do, re, mi, sol, la, do, la. But look at the approach when I articulate it. Now, do there happens to be the note with the highest pitch, so I'm going to consider to tongue it. So I will have it like. The next thing is do, re, mi. Okay? So I have like. I'm going to tongue the mi. So I have like. Okay? Now the do, re, mi there, mi is the note with the highest pitch, so I will tongue the mi. Alright? So I'll have everything to be like. Then sol, la, do, la. Sol, la, do, la. Now do again happens to be the note with the highest pitch here. Sol, la, do, la. Can you hear the difference? Now this is a phrase now that I group in sections. So sometimes you will definitely need to group your phrases in sections so that you will know the note that comes with the highest pitch while you are combining them together. This is what to do when it comes to you singing or playing a song. What to do when you have same note in a song. If the note is 2, like let's say for instance you have saw, so what you're going to do is to slow one, you tongue the other. What if it is 3? You slow one, you tongue 2. If it is 4, you slow what? The first one, you tongue the second, you slow the third, you tongue the fourth. What if there are 5? You slow the first, tongue one, slow, tongue. That is the principle. Like this now. If it is saw now, look at this approach. If I have 2 saw in a song, this is what I'm going to do. Ordinarily, if you have 2 saw in a song, this is how it goes, right? But that's not what I'm going to do. You will slow the first one and tongue the other by playing sa, right? So it's different from when I do, alright? So it's going to sound like. So what if there are 3? So I'll slow one and tongue 2. Right? Then what if there are 4? I'll do it. Now let's practically apply this to a song now. Let's assume I'm doing a song like you are God from beginning to the end. There's no place for argument. You are God all by yourself. The tone so far is so, do, re, mi, so, do, ti, la. Fa, mi, re, do, ti, la, ti, do. So, do, re, mi, so, do, ti, la. Fa, mi, re, do, ti, la, ti, do. This is what I'm going to do. Now, I have so, right? Now, because the saw is 2, I'll slow one and I'll tongue the other. Okay? From the outline principle. Now, and I have do to be the note with the highest pitch within that range. So, I will tongue do as well. So, I'll have like so, do. So, I will slow the first saw, I'll tongue saw, and I'll tongue the last do. Now, do, re, mi. This is another set now. Mi happens to be the note with the highest pitch. So, I'm going to tongue mi. So, do, ti, la. So, do, ti, la. Now, do is the note I'm going to tongue now because it's the note with the highest pitch there. Now, fa, mi, re, do. Look at this. I have 4 fa, which implies that I'm going to slow one, tongue one, slow one, tongue one. Fa, mi, re, do. Now, mi, re, do. Look at this now. Mi is where the stress is now, which implies that I'm going to tongue my mi again. Mi, re, do. Then do, ti, la, ti, do. You see? Do, ti, la, ti, do. I have 3 do's here. Do, ti, la, ti, do. Now, what I'm going to do here is to slow one and tongue 2. Do. Right, now let's just take a look at this now. How it goes sound. It's different from when I do. This is good, right? But you can make it much more better when you articulate by playing. To just give a recap on what I've said so far, if you are ascending a scale, right, you play legato, staccato, legato, staccato, legato, staccato. And when you are descending that scale, it's going to be staccato, legato, staccato, legato, staccato, legato, right? Now, and I said again, if you are working on permutations or you have group of notes that you are revolving around, always ensure to tone the note with the highest pitch within that group of notes. Okay? And if you are playing a song where you have similar notes, right? Now, like maybe you have do, do, or so. Okay, this is in two places now. So you slow one and tone the other. Alright? Now, what if there are three? Slow one, tone two. If there are four, this is even. Alright? So you can now divide them in twos by playing slow, tone, slow, tone. What if there are five? You slow, you tone, you slow, you tone, tone. If there are six, slow, tone, slow, tone, slow, tone. As simple as this. This will go a long way to enhance your tone. And then remember the effect of your vibrato and your long tone also. And for your intensive one-on-one saxophone training, you can call or send a WhatsApp DM to +234 8144 058 513. I'm going to take it again. +234 8144 058 513. Thank you for watching, and if you have any question, don't forget to drop it on the comment section. Please ensure to hit on the subscribe button and turn on the bell notification. Thank you.